You know, for years and years, people have called crankbaits or all sorts of hard baits basically dummy baits. Why? Because they say any old dummy can cast them out and reel them back in and they'll catch fish. And come to think of it, wait a second, there's fish. Or maybe I'm proving that it's true. Maybe it's true. Any old dummy, whoa! Any old dummy can catch a fish in a crankbait. But I'll tell you, one of the cool things about crankbaits, and one of the things you gotta learn when you're fishing a crankbait, is there's little subtle nuances that you really wanna learn when you're fishing a crankbait. And a lot of those, believe it or not, I learn in my swimming pool. My wife would kill me if she finds out. But I'm always testing crankbaits in the swimming pool, and I'm getting used to how they feel when I'm fishing them. And I don't mean just how it feels when a fish hits, I mean how it feels when it hits the bottom. And when I'm out in these lakes, I'm really paying attention to everything that's going on. Let me grab this fish here. Come here, dude. See how you just slapped at the back of that bait there? Not a big guy, but a good way to start the day. Like I started off at the very beginning, before that fish rudely interrupted me. I don't know what his problem was. People call them dummy lures. I'm gonna tell you right now, the only dummies are people that don't throw these baits because they catch a ton of fish. But there's simple little things you want to learn. You want to learn how that crankbait feels when it's hitting the bottom, whether it's hitting the bottom or whether it's hitting weed or whether it's hitting a mussel bed or whatever it's hitting. You can really learn a lot when you're fishing a crankbait. Not just catching fish, but it's almost a transmission lure. That's what I use it as. I mean, when I'm above stuff, my Humminbird will show me all the structure I'm over. But when I can fire this bait way ahead of the boat and I can really feel, okay, there's some sand there, or there's some weeds there, or rocks there. Really learn a lot about things, and I guarantee you, you'll catch a lot more fish. There's fish. Look at the size of that bass. Are you kidding me? Look at you. Me thinking. Get back in there. There's fish. Little baby fish, what are you doing? We're proving today that it doesn't matter what size your lure is. Little fish, they're just not very smart. Get in there, punk.